Hi everyone, it's been a long time. There's been a lot of transitions and a lot of things going on. And today I was kind of guided that it was time for me to get back behind the camera. It's a little scary at times because of the naysayers or the criticism, so it's easy to give it up, especially people that are sensitive to the energies like myself and many of you. And so we're going to just go for it. There was a question that was presented to me not only today, but a couple of times. And the question involved, how do you feel EMF? You don't necessarily feel EMF energy or orgone energy. Orgone energy is just another name for your chi, your prana. It's your life source energy. It's just words. That's all it is. The word orgonite was coined and then became copyrighted by a gentleman who felt that it was important to take away the privilege to use that word for all of us that are trying to create healing devices to help others. He makes his own healing device, but is uniquely different than anything else that we've all seen. So what I wanted to touch basis on was, how do you feel? Well, and this was my response in the email that I had. We all are living human beings. We all are made up of cells, and each cell in our body is made up of energy. And in that energy, there's a frequency. And in that frequency, it can become compromised. That's the best way to put it. And so when we're inundated with a lot of positive ions, such as cell phones, refrigerators, radio towers, even our vehicles, refrigerators, televisions, you name anything that has electrical frequencies producing a positive ion. In order to neutralize that, you need to create negative ions, which is what will neutralize the positive ions. When our hair is wet, after you wash it, it is containing positive ions. To neutralize it, we usually use a blow dryer to boil the water out. When the technology came forward with blow dryers that produce an ionic blow dryer, they produce a negative ion. That negative ion neutralizes the positive ions, which makes the hair dry faster, and it makes it more shiny and all that. I know this being a 20+ year hairdresser. It was something that fascinated me years and years ago. I've always used ion technology, and so when I started becoming an energy worker and I became a Reiki master, and then I started working with rocks and crystals and oracle cards, one of the things that was very evident to me is when our energy frequency is tainted or has absorbed a lot of negative things, including negative things as in our mind speak. If our mind speak is negative, it can, sorry, I'm having another one of my power surges, so I need to increase some AC here. It is not necessarily that warm out, but I run very warm, especially when I start channeling energy. I love to be nice and warm. So EMF is it's called electromagnetic frequencies, and in that, everything has a frequency. Our energy has frequency, our cells, our body, our human. As many of you are aware, if you are anybody who is interested in this stuff, then you know that the earth is changing. The poles are changing, the earth is changing. The Mother Gaia is the name of Mother Earth, and there's another name I can't remember right now that a lot of people like to call Mother Earth. I love calling her Mother Gaia because to me she is the womb to which is feeding us nutrition, oxygen, water, you name it. And within that, she got tired of being abused. That's the best way to put it. She's fed up. Generation, centuries. So many of us have come down here intentionally for this time to not only be a part of this ascension and shift, but we are also a part of holding space for others to be a part of the ascension. So like myself, we have downloaded many of our previous lifetime knowledge that we've been a healer many times. And in this particular case, my case, this lifetime, I've pulled in a lot of my Atlantis energy frequency, which is what's helped me to do my crystal work and stuff like that. When I did my Reiki attunements, it was amazing how much my personal life shifted. People could no longer be in my frequency. My vibration can oftentimes put people off. And I don't mean to. It's just a vibration to which I carry. And it is constantly at a higher, faster rate. Most people are barely stepping into, sorry, they're giving me information right now. So the most highest energies are communicating through me. The highest galactic council communicate through me, and this is what it is that I make. So like my healing devices, they are uniquely designed to neutralize the bad energy frequencies, is the best way to put it. So I find that pendants are the easiest for many of us to wear because it's easy to put it on. Some people don't like to wear necklaces or anything. That's fine. Just stick it in your pocket. You don't have to have a pyramid. That is old thinking. That is from a concept that people think that only pyramids are the way to conduct energy. It is not true. It is just part of. It is a way to, but it's not the only. That's why I use a lot of molds that are round, because round, if you think about it, goes all the way around. Especially if it's even a half circle, if it's laying flat, then the top is round. That means energy is almost like a circular motion. Sorry, they're on a tangent right now. So EMF frequency, or how do you feel it? You feel like crap. Plain and simple. You feel like run down. You feel like people have taken away your mojo. You feel like you've taken on too much. You feel like life is beating you down. You feel like you're not yourself. On and on and on. That means you absorb too many positive ions. And in the extreme example is cancer. And a first awakening example is when you get sick. People pick up flu bugs, people pick up colds, things like that. Those are an overabsorption of positive ions. It's reverse thinking, I know, but this is what we need. So we need to include a lot more negative ions or items or things or places for that. This is why so many people love going to the water, lakes, rivers, and especially the ocean. Salt, I cannot express enough, is an amazing negative ion producer. So even if you put a bowl of salt out in your room or by your bed, it will help to produce negative ions that will help to neutralize these in your body. Kind of crazy, right? So I have more to come. I actually have some new pendants that I've made. I know it's been a while and I haven't really talked about these stress anxiety pendants. I don't know if you can see it. But I have a new one that I produced, and they're curing right now, that is quite pretty cool. I had a young gal, a young little girl, who the mama is having extreme issues with, not just hyperactivity, but extreme energy bashing. If she doesn't get her way, we're talking extreme, like screaming to the top of her lungs. And the last couple of times I was around this little girl, Spirit basically said to me, you need to help her. Mama's going to lose her mind. And so I was guided and I was given a recipe. I call them recipes because to me it's like cooking. And I have a beautiful, I made some pucks first to try the recipe, and I gave one to the mama, and the little girl latched onto it. And the mama reached out to me a few days ago and said, is there any way you could make that independent? Because she is calmer. She is more even. And I'm like, perfect. That was the validation I needed. So I do have pendants made, and I'm calling them like they're extremely grounding. They're for hyperactivity or it's kind of like that crazy energy where you can't focus and you're just like bouncing all over the place. And sometimes that's triggered through anxiety or whatever. A lot of anxiety is actually triggered from not being grounded. So this particular pendant is actually for extreme grounding. Extreme. I'm not even kidding. You hold that puck and it's like and it will help you go to sleep. It'll help you with a lot of things. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope I was able to explain EMF energy and frequency. I know it's been a while. I had explained it once time before, but I get these naysayers and so anyways, this is for the ones who are of the light, chasing the light, willing to be a part of the light. Thank you very much. And we are down here in New Mexico still. It's extremely windy right now, and just so you know, wind is good. Wind brings, as winds of change, bring in the energy flows, and it helps with psychic energy, and it helps with psychic clearing of negative juju, and it helps to open up your channels to be of the positive. So much love and light. May this help somebody out there. I love you. And don't forget, check out my Etsy page, hellogorgeouslife.net, and I will talk to you soon. Love and light.